بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والتابعين لهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين وأن معهم وفيهم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم سبحانك لا فهم لنا إلا ما فهمتنا إنك أنت الجواد الكريم وفوض أمري إلى الله إن الله بصير بالعباد صدق الله العلي العظيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us this chance to reach the third Friday of this Ramadan. And still we are continuing with our Tafsir, Surah Al-Baqara. We are going to start today from the verse 31st, inshallah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وعلم آدم الأسماء كلها ثم عرضهم على الملائكة Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now is trying to show the angels how another creation that I'm going to create is going to be better than you. And they are going to be above you. Now the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants his creation to be humble. And even when you know that you are better than the other person, you should not say that I am better. You need to be humble in our lives. The story of Musa alayhi salam, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked him, who is the most knowledgeable? He said, I am the most knowledgeable because he's the prophet of the time. He's among the five. So whatever he's saying is true, he should be the most knowledgeable. All the nations should learn from him, Nabi Musa, during his time. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to teach him how to be humble. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him, you go this place, you're going to find someone who has more knowledge than you. And then he went and found Khidr, whether he's a prophet or not, a difference between scholars. But he found Khidr there, and Khidr alayhi salam, taught Musa alayhi salam some things. So Khidr alayhi salam had knowledge that Musa alayhi salam did not have. And that knowledge was some knowledge of ghaib, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has opened the doors of ghaib for him. So he knew about the future of the child. He knew about what the kings are going to do to the sheep. He knew about the past of that wall and what is beneath the wall. That's another alam that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has opened, the knowledge of that alam for Khidr alayhi salam, and Allah didn't open that door for Musa alayhi salam. So Musa alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, he was the most knowledgeable when it comes to the Sharia of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when it comes to knowing Allah. No one knew Allah better than Musa alayhi salam during that time. And no one knew about the Sharia of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than Musa alayhi salam during that time. But when it comes to knowledge of the ghaib, that door Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not open for Musa alayhi salam until that time. But that door was open to Khidr alayhi salam. So Allah always wants people to be humble. And that's why there's that verse in the Quran, وَفَوْقَ كُلِّ ذِي عِلْمٍ عَلِيمٍ. There's always one person who is more knowledgeable than the other. And always. And you can never say that I have more knowledge than everyone in this world. There must be someone who has more knowledge than you. There are places that you don't know. There must be some places that you don't know. You might be knowing these matters the best in this world, but there are other matters that you don't know. So you need to be humble when it comes to knowledge. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also wants to teach the angels that they need to be humble. The angels thought that they are the best of creation, that no one can be better in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than them. They thought that way. That's why they said, are you going to create a creation who is going to cause corruption and shed blood? While we are doing the best when it comes to glorifying you and praising you. So no one can do that better than us. So what is the wisdom behind creating a creation that is not going to do glorifying and praising you better than us? So Allah wants to show them that there is another thing that you don't know. There's other ways that a person can be closer to me than the glorification that you are doing, than the praising that you are doing. And that is knowledge, knowing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah wanted to show this to people because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants himself to be known. So Allah says, "Allama Adam al-asma'a kullaha." Allah taught Adam alayhi salam the names of all things. And then until here, we understand that the angels didn't have this knowledge. And that's why Adam becomes better than them. Yeah. The angels didn't have the knowledge of names of all things. What for them was only focusing on glorification of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, on praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but they never knew what Allah is creating. And Allah is creating those things for him to be known. Allah is showing himself, is showing his attributes, his names, his power, his knowledge, his wisdom in the creation that he's creating. But now the angels are just focused on glorifying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and praising him. But Allah, on the other side, he's creating things. And he wants the creation to know the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is creating. But the angels were not focused on that. The angels were not focused on what Allah is creating besides, but they were focused on the glorification of Allah, and they were focused on praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah wanted that the creation He's creating to be known. And there's another creation who is going to come and going to know about the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is capable of knowing. Allah is going to put that capability and the potential for that creation to know the creation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is creating in the surroundings. So Allah taught Adam created Adam with the potential of knowing, with the potential and capability of knowing the creation that Allah is creating around. So Allah taught Adam the names of all things. Adam started knowing the creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala around, the creation of Allah, about the planet, about the plants, about the water, about that and this, about the angels themselves. Even the angels themselves, there were categories. There is that angel, there is that angel. Even the angels, maybe, they were not knowing what other angels are doing. All angels are just focused on glorifying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They never knew what other angels are doing. They never knew what other creations are doing. So Adam alayhi salam came, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened the doors of him knowing what other creations are doing now. Now Adam alayhi salam knew the names of all the creations, the angels themselves. They knew the categories of angels. He knew the jinns, he knew the plants, he knew the oceans, he knew that and this. And according to different opinions of the scholars, what are these names? The most general ones is that literally what Allah is saying here, that names of all things. So literally names of all things, not specifically, because some scholars they say Allah means here the names of the durriya, the lineage of Adam that's going to come. So Adam alayhi salam knew me that time. He knew this, he knew you at that time, and that is also coming from hadith of Rasulullah that Rasulullah he mentions that Allah created the souls all together, and then He put the soul of Adam alayhi salam in his body, and then Adam alayhi salam saw all his lineage, all his children at first. So He knew all of us. There is a person who called Muhammad Maulana is going to come. So he knew me that time. He knew all his children. So some scholars they say that this name here means the lineage of Adam alayhi salam. But the general perspective of looking at things is applying this verse literally, that asma'a kullaha, the names of all things. So all the names of Bani Adam, all the names of jinns, all the names of angels, when it comes to trees, animals, and anything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created at that time, Adam alayhi salam knew them. Imagine how much of knowledge that is. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted Adam to have a very general perspective of the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, of which the angels didn't have. The angels only knew how to glorify Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, only knew how only to praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and receiving commandments from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to do whatever Allah wants them to do. So their knowledge was very specific to their places, specific to the commandments that they have in their lives. According to Jibril alayhi salam, he was explaining to Rasulullah when Rasulullah he said that the heavens are cracking, and they have the right to crack, like to produce the cracking sound. because he says there is no place in the heavens except that there is an angel either prostrating or bowing or standing and praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the angels, they only know the places Allah have put them. They only know those places that Allah has put them, and they only know what Allah wants them to know for their own commandments. But they don't have the ability and potential to learn more and more outside the box that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created them in. So Allah teaches Adam alayhi salam all the things. Now Adam alayhi salam knows all the angels, he knows all the jinns, all the creation, the plants and water and everything that Allah has created at that time. And this shows that the angels didn't know, because Allah is honoring Adam, teaching him all those things. So this means the angels didn't know about those things. So, and how some other scholars also, they talk about lughat, languages. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught Adam all the languages, like the names of all things in all languages. So some scholars, they mention that Adam alayhi salam knew the names of all things that Allah has created that time from all languages. Arabic, Persian, Swahili, English, I don't know, whatever language. Adam alayhi salam knew. And some scholars, they mention that Adam alayhi salam and his children, during his time, they used to use all the languages when they speak. They used to know all the languages. And then after Adam alayhi salam died and the children sparse, they went past on earth. So some children used some languages and other children used other languages. And the more they are dying and other generations are coming, they became specific until right now we have many languages that are spoken around the earth. So some scholars, they also use this to explain about how humans have different languages. And so some scholars, they say Adam was taught the names of all things through all the languages that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created. And also this is one of the verses that some scholars about the discussion of whether languages were just brought up by humans or what was created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and like Adam came with it. Allah created the language, and then people started talking, or the humans themselves, they sit down and discuss. So the majority of the scholars, they say languages are created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala according to this verse, that Allah taught Adam alayhi salam the names of all things, of all languages, and Adam alayhi salam knew all the names of those things. ثم عرضهم على الملائكة, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala presented the things that Allah taught to Adam, to the angels now. And then he told them, فَقَالَ أَنْبِئُونِي بِأَسْمَاءِ هَؤُلَاءِ, now tell me the names of these things. Do you know this creation? Tell me about this creation that I have created. In kuntum sadiqin, if you say it's true, if you say it's true, that there is no one who is can worship Allah more than you, that you have more knowledge about Allah more than anyone. If whatever you say is true, then tell me. Or if what you know, what you are going to say is true, tell me the names of these things. They said, قَالُوا سُبْحَانَكَ لَا عِلْمَ لَنَا إِلَّا مَا عَلَّمْتَنَا. They replied, glory be to you, we have no knowledge except what you have taught us. The knowledge of angels was very limited. Allah didn't give them the potential to know more things, more than the things that they needed to know. And in contrast to Adam alayhi salam had the potential to learn more, not limited to knowledge. You are truly the all-knowing, all-wise. So Adam and the angels now, they are taught to be humble now. No, we don't have knowledge except the one that you have taught us. You are the most knowledgeable, all-knowing, and you are all-wise. Now the angels are taught to be humble when it comes to nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is what Allah wants from the creation. Now Adam alayhi salam is now presented. Allah is saying, Adam, قَالَ يَا آدَمُ أَنْبِئْهُمْ بِأَسْمَائِهِمْ. Now Adam is told, inform them of their names. Show yourself. Then فَلَمَّا أَنْبَأَهُمْ بِأَسْمَائِهِمْ. Then when Adam did, Allah said, أَلَمْ أَقُلْ لَكُمْ إِنِّي أَعْلَمُ غَيْبَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Did I not tell you that I know the secrets of the heavens and the earth? وَأَعْلَمُ مَا تُبْدُونَ وَمَا كُنْتُمْ تَكْتُمُونَ. And I know what you reveal and what you conceal. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is showing that Adam alayhi salam is a better creation when it comes to knowledge. Like there are different perspectives of someone becoming better to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever you are doing is very good, is very noble, honorable, that the angels are doing glorification of Allah and praising of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but that's not all. Yani, I am also creating beside that. I also want to be known. I'm portraying and manifesting my names in the creation that I'm creating. And I want you also to know that. That's another door of becoming closer to me. So, we cannot worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as much as the angels. As humans, we cannot worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as much as the angel. Because according to the narration that we read, that is narrated from Rasulullah from the hadith that I have mentioned, that there is no a place where in the heavens that there is no an angel who is worshipping. And Jibreel alayhi salam in one of the narrations, Jibreel alayhi salam was sitting with Rasulullah, and then heaven started opening the doors. And Jibreel alayhi salam feared. And Rasulullah saw the fear in Jibreel alayhi salam. He started closing himself and putting himself together. And then an angel came to Rasulullah and he talked to Rasulullah. And then that angel went away. And then Jibreel alayhi salam told Rasulullah, do you know that angel? And then Rasulullah told him that, no, I don't know. What is that angel? Then Jibreel alayhi salam started explaining. That is Israfil. He is the one who is taking the commandments from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala directly, and is the one who is distributing the responsibilities of angels. So I thought Israfil is going to blow the trumpet. So you see, the way angels fear when it comes to commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we cannot and then Jibreel alayhi salam explained to Rasulullah about how angels are. He explained that there are angels, and when the hadith of Isra al-Mi'raj, when Rasulullah went to Mi'raj, Jibreel alayhi salam, Rasulullah saw angels going, in groups. And then Jibreel alayhi salam asked Rasulullah, do you know these angels? Rasulullah said, no, what are these angels? And he told them, these angels always pass here they are doing ibadah, and these angels, since I was created, he was trying to show the number of angels, how big the number of angels is. He says, since I was created, 70,000 angels, every time they pass, I have never seen any angel twice in my lifetime. So I've never seen any angel twice in my lifetime. And this angel always pass, 70,000 of them always pass here. And each angel which came, each angel, I have not seen that angel twice. And there are also other narrations narrated from the angels. Jibreel alayhi salam asked one of those angels at that time that they saw with Rasulullah, and that angel, he told Rasulullah and Jibreel alayhi salam that Allah creates a star in every 400,000 years. And with each star, Allah creates 70,000 angels. And he says, in my life, I have seen 400,000 stars being created. So Allah has created 400,000 multiplied 400,000 of angels. So there is no end when it comes to the numbers of angels. Allah is creating angels in might. Yani. So when you look at the number of angels who are worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the amount of ibadah they are doing, so we cannot compare whatever we are doing to whatever the angels are doing. Like compare the human number and compare the angels' number. You can't. Yani, when you look at the narrations of the amount of angels that are there, like Jibreel alayhi salam has 70,000 angels working under him, and each angel also has 70,000 working under him, and each angel also has other. Like you cannot go to the end of the number of angels. Each human has 2 angels, Raqib and Atid. Each human has angels who are taking care of him. Each human. And like imagine how many angels are there to take care of a human. Just for each human, there are 2 angels writing down and an angel protecting that human. And those are 3 angels for each human. Now, and there are angels just going around the earth The way Rasulullah called the angels Sayyahin, the ones that are just looking for the names of Allah being mentioned on earth. And there are many. Rasulullah says, and Majtama qawmun, and there is no place where human beings are going to come together talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala except angels come. And they come, they pile until they reach the heavens. And they create a scene on earth that it takes the attention of the heaven. Then Allah talks to the angels. Now, this number of the angels, they are so much. Now, imagine the number of angels worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and imagine the number of humans worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then look at the intense of worship the angels they are doing, and the intense of the worship that humans are doing. You cannot compare. So you cannot be racing with the angel when it comes to worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We cannot. So what's the way of us competing with the angels now? What is the way for us to be better than angels? If the only way to be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is through worship, then we can never be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than the angels. There is no way. If that's the only way. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created another door to be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that door is knowledge. That's the only way humans are given to be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than the angels. That's the only way. There's no other way. Because if you talk about reading the Quran, worshipping Allah, we can never do that more than the angels. The angels, if they can read more Quran than us, the angels can do Salah more than us, and they're also doing at the same time. And the angels don't eat, don't drink, they don't sleep, they don't have children, they don't have health, they don't have plans for the future, they don't fear the past. So we are just inside a world that is really taking our times. So, and also when you look at our bodies, the power Allah has given to our bodies, we cannot stand more than 3 hours in worship. But angels, since they are created, some angels, since they are created until their death, they're just standing, worshiping. Other angels, since they are created until they are going to die, they're just prostrating in sujood. Other angels just in bowing, in ruku', since they are created until they are going to die. Like, how can we compete with such kind of creation when it comes to being closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? We cannot. So Allah has opened another door now for us to be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for us to be more beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to be better than the angels. And that door is ilm, the door of knowledge. So the more you acquire, the more the knowledge you acquire, and that knowledge is going to take you to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to know more about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's going to make you fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more. It's going to make you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more. Then you're going to be better than the angels. So this is what Allah is telling us. And that's why the first verse that came to us in this, that was revealed to this ummah was Iqra. Bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Read in your Lord, in the name of your Lord. So it is just reading, whether science, biology, physics, or Quran, hadith, or fiqh, whatever knowledge that is going to take you to Allah, is going to make you know more Allah, is going to make you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more. That's the knowledge that Allah is intending for us to have. And that's the knowledge that's going to make us better than the angels. And that is the only door that Allah has created for us to be closer to Him than the angels. There is no other door. So, قَالَ يَا آدَمُ أَنْبِئْهُمْ بِأَسْمَائِهِمْ. He told Adam, tell them their names of the creations that Allah has created. فَلَمَّا أَنْبَأَهُمْ بِأَسْمَائِهِمْ قَالَ أَلَمْ أَقُلْ لَكُمْ. Did I not tell you that I know the secrets of the heavens and the earth? I know the secrets of the heavens and the earth. And those secrets of the heavens and the earth is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone knows them. وَأَعْلَمُ مَا تُبْدُونَ وَمَا كُنْتُمْ تَكْتُمُونَ. And that I know what you reveal and what you conceal. This is the knowledge that the Adam alayhi salam was not given. This is specific to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The secret of the heavens and the earth is to Allah alone. And the knowledge of what people reveal and what they conceal is to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. This is the knowledge that is to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But, the hierarchy of knowledge that Allah is putting. The angels didn't know the names and the things that Allah is creating at all. Now Adam knows the names of the things that Allah has created. But now the secret of those things, Allah is the only one knowing. Now Allah is putting forward the knowledge that He has. There's a difference between the knowledge of Allah and the knowledge of Adam alayhi salam. Even if Adam alayhi salam was taught all the names of the creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the secret of that knowledge, the things that are inside the knowledge, the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, only Allah knows. Like, وَمَا what is the animal going to do? Adam alayhi salam doesn't know. How is the animal going to die? Adam alayhi salam doesn't know. But Adam alayhi salam knows that animal. He knows that what the animal is eating, what the animal is, the character of the animal, how that animal is living, and those things. Adam alayhi salam was taught. But now, other secrets of that animal, Allah knows. You know, the hierarchy. Now, the angels didn't even know that animal. They didn't even know about how that animal is living, how that animal is portraying and manifesting the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Angels didn't know about that knowledge. So, Adam alayhi salam is step forward, has one step forward in front of the angels, and when it comes to knowledge. Allah is the highest in the hierarchy when it comes to knowledge. After that is the human, because Allah has taught them. So Adam alayhi salam knew all the creation and how they are living and their characters and how they manifest the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the angel didn't know that. So they are way below Adam alayhi salam. And then the highest of the knowledge is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah now is showing us the knowledge that He has. Allah knows the secrets. Allah knows everything of that creation. Allah knows the end and the start of that creation. Allah knows the cell of that creation. So Allah is portraying His own knowledge now here. Inni a'lamu ghayba as-samawati wal ard. I know the secrets of the heavens and the earth. Wa a'lamu ma tubduna wa ma kuntum taktumun. And I know what you reveal and what you conceal. So this is the knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then there is the knowledge that is given to Adam alayhi salam. And then there is the knowledge of the angels. So we are the second in the hierarchy when it comes to the hierarchy of knowledge. That Allah, from all the creation that Allah has created, we are in the second in the hierarchy. So the only way that we're going to be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the only way that we're going to be better than the angels is through knowledge. So if we don't learn, we become worse than the animals. And there will be no, and we will be not meeting the wisdom of our creation. Allah has created us for us to have knowledge, for us to be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through knowledge. So I would like to end my session today by narrating a story of a scholar in Yemen who was in Sakrat al-Maut, in deathbed. So that scholar, there were students who came to him, doing talqeen, saying La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, to make the scholar say La ilaha illallah and then die. So the sakarat was coming and going. So the consciousness of that scholar was coming and going. So when the conscious came to the scholar, he woke up and told the students, there is a mas'ala in fiqh that I don't know about, and I think it is in this book. Take that book and read to me. I want to know about that mas'ala. And that mas'ala was very, not very serious mas'ala. Not a mas'ala that he needs to know that time of maut. So the students were very shocked. Ya Imam, you are dying. Say La ilaha illallah and die. Man kana akhira kalamihi min ad-dunya la ilaha illallah dakhala al-jannah. Allah Rasulullah is saying, if someone's last word is La ilaha illallah, is going to enter Jannah. So you are in sakarat already. Say La ilaha and die. How is that mas'ala going to benefit you? You are already dying. So the scholar taught the student, and also is teaching us, that we are humans. We need to learn. And the only work that we do have in this world, the number one work is for us to learn. The only way we're going to be better than the angels is for us to learn. The scholar told the student that it is better for me to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knowing that than me meeting Allah not knowing it. Because Allah has created me having the potential of knowing. So I'm going to learn as much as I can. I want to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as we're having knowledge as much as I can. Because that's how Allah has created me. Allah has created me with that potential. And I want to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with as much knowledge as I can. So the scholar told the students that it is better for me to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with that knowledge, even if it's just a small detail about masala in fiqh, than to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without knowing it. So I'm not only talking about the knowledge of fiqh and those things, even the knowledge of physics. It is better for you to have that knowledge than to not have it. If that knowledge is going to make you know more Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to know more about the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it is better for you to have that knowledge than not having it. So this is the mentality that Muslims have to have. We need to be at the forefront when it comes to having knowledge. Even knowledge to do with AI, knowledge to do with the current sciences, knowledge to do with anything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created in this earth. We need to be at the forefront when it comes to having that knowledge. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among the scholars. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the knowledge that's going to benefit us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teach us His names and manifest Himself about His names to us through His creation, and make us capable of learning about the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and seeing the manifestations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through His creation. And we meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with as much knowledge as it is possible that we can have in our lives. So I'm going to stop here, inshallah, and then we're going to continue from there tomorrow, inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.